Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making a Blox Fruits tier list. Sorry I haven't been posting recently, but I'm just being lazy. But anyways, let's start off this tier list with the best fruit in the game. Got Bomb Fruit. We're going to slide it into S plus tier. Just kidding. The next fruit we have is Buddha Fruit. You guys probably know how much I do love that Buddha Fruit. So I'm going to be judging it based off like overall, so like PvP, grinding, basically everything about it, like the abilities it has, how good it is for each levels, and all that stuff. So Buddha, probably one of the best fruits in the game, like perfect for grinding. It's alright for PvP, but it works well with most levels except for levels under 700 because they do not get that awakened form. But Buddha can still perform well even unawakened. So I'm honestly gonna give it. Ooh, it's kind of tough. No, I'm gonna give it S plus tier here because it is a strong fruit. But for PvP, it isn't that great. Alright, next we got Chop, garbage. Spike, garbage. Kilo, not that bad. Let's put an F. Dark, used to been meta for bounty hunting, but for grinding, it's not that great. Obviously, for sword mains, Dark is mainly used with swords. But PvP, Dark is pretty good. Grinding, and it's not that great, but it works well with all levels. It's like pretty beginner friendly, so I'll give it a. Hmm, it's actually pretty tough. Um, Actually, I mean it's decent. So let's give it an A tier. And next up, we got Door Fruits. Door Fruit is another thing that like you don't use it for the fruit. You don't like use its abilities to like do damage. You kind of use the abilities to travel around. So another fruit for sword mains or other people that don't use Blox Fruits as their main damage dealer. But let's put it in B tier. It's not bad. All right. Next up, we have Dough Fruit. It's a pretty good fruit for grinding. Pretty good for PvP. Although it's not very beginner level friendly, but very good overall fruit. I'm gonna put it in let's put it in S tier. And next up we have Dragon. It's okay with grinding, but for PvP it is insane. It's a really good fruit for PvP. And it's not really beginner friendly, although for higher level people this fruit is really strong. So I'm gonna put it in the S plus tier for PvP because it is crazy. And for the Falcon Fruit, I have tried the Falcon Fruit as you guys saw before, so let's put that into E tier. Flame Fruit's actually underrated. It's really nice awakened, and even unawakened, it's pretty good for the first C. So let's give it B tier here. Gravity Fruit, it's bad, alright? It's not a good fruit. Put a C tier. Ice Fruit, it's actually a pretty decent fruit for sword users. Very beginner friendly, and it's pretty good for grinding, so I'm actually gonna give this an A here, put it next to Dark. And next up we have Light. This fruit is amazing for grinding in the first C especially. For PvP, it's not that great. The grinding capabilities of it is really nice, so I'm gonna put this B tier. Right, next up we have Magma. Magma's actually pretty strong, really good for grinding. It's decent for PvP, and it's okay for lower levels. Although for high levels, once you get that thing awakened, really strong. I'm honestly gonna put it into S tier here. Next up we got Paw Fruits. Paw is actually underrated, I'd say. Like not, I haven't seen much people use it at all. It's actually not that bad. So I'll put into B tier as well. Actually, I'm gonna move the light up to A tier. It is quite a strong fruit, although not for PvP. Alright, next up we have Phoenix. Phoenix is alright. It's awakened. It's pretty good, but still not up to that higher level. actually, I'm gonna switch it around like that. Alright, next up we have Quake. Quake is actually still pretty good. It used to be in the meta, but now it's a lot better fruits in it, but it's still alright. So I'm gonna be putting Quake in C tier as well. Alright, next up we got the Revive Fruit. Not great at all. I'm gonna put it into E tier, honestly. We have Rubber Fruit now. Is also not what you want to have. I'm gonna put Rubber into F. Now we have Rumble. Rumble's actually pretty good. Let's move Rumble into B tier here. Next up we have Sand Fruit. Sand Fruit's Awakening did have a lot of hype, but I feel like it's not living up to the hype and it's pretty mediocre in my opinion, so let's put it in D tier. Next up we have Smoke Fruit. F tier here, sorry. Green Fruit, garbage. Spin Fruits, let's put it F tier. So we have Stream Fruit. Does a lot of damage, pretty good for PvP. For grinding, not so much. And not really lower level friendly. So I'm gonna put it here at the C tier. Alright, now we got Venom Fruit. Probably one of the strongest fruits, good for PvP, good for grinding. Not lower level friendly, but it is a really strong fruit. I do want to put it up into the S++ tier. I really do believe it's that strong and a really good fruit to have. So next up we have Barrier. That's not great. Not great. Let's put it into D tier here. Next up we have Control. Control's another one of those underrated. It's okay for PvP, but for grinding it's pretty good. But it's not very low level friendly. So I'm gonna put it into A tier actually. And I'm gonna move. Actually, I'm gonna keep it like that. Next we have Diamond Fruit. Diamond Fruit's kind of useless. I'm gonna be honest. Let's put it into E tier. Love Fruit. Love Fruit's also pretty bad. Put it into D tier. Shadow Fruit is actually pretty good for farming. Not farming, PvP I mean. It's actually pretty nice. Like, the stuns are insane with the Shadow Fruit and very good for PvP, although you need to have good aim. So if you're on mobile, probably stay away from this fruit. But honestly, I'm gonna put it into S. Last up, we have Soul here. Soul is a really strong fruit, decent for grinding, strong in PvP. And yeah, a very well-rounded fruit. Once again, I'm gonna put it into the S+ tier. So here is the tier list that I've made. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, see you guys.